My name is Kate Vale and I'm Managing Director for Spotify in Australia and New Zealand. So Spotify is all about access to music rather than owning your music. We were founded about 4.5 years ago in Sweden by Daniel and Martin Sorensen, and the reason that Spotify was founded was to combat piracy. And what we've found in any market that we launch is that piracy actually decreases, which is fantastic for everyone. In Sweden alone, since we've launched, piracy has gone down around about 25%, while digital revenues still go up. In Europe, we are number 2 behind iTunes, but in Sweden and Norway, we're actually number 1 ahead of iTunes in terms of what we contribute to the industry. And since our inception, we've given around about $250 million to the industry, which is great for artists and great for labels and great for everyone in general. There's 3 ways that people can sign up for the Spotify service. One is through the desktop, which is ad-funded, and secondly is if ads annoy you, then you can still be on your desktop and pay $6.99 a month in Australia. Or our premium service is $11.99 a month, and you can take your music on the go. So where advertisers and agencies come in, like yourselves, is on our free service, which is desktop supported. So there's many brands across the world that work with us, lots of auto manufacturers, and I've got some great examples, the likes of Volkswagen that ran a campaign. It was driving track confessions, tell us your favourite track that you listen to alone in your car but you're too afraid to admit in public. There's some really cool ones like Volvo, because of our level of granularity, they're able to target pretty easily, and they were targeting men aged 35 to 55 who are listening to classical jazz, so our targeting is pretty awesome as well. And then there's a really cool Levi's example where they weren't just advertising on our platform, we took it offline, held a number of gigs in store. So for Levi's it was great, you could go and it was driving in-store traffic, you could go and watch a number of local acts, support acts for a headline act for Primal Scream, and we ran a big gig that was live streamed on the Spotify service, which was great. Unfortunately, we can't give away numbers, but I can tell you that we've had enormous success in Australia. We're very happy with the take-up. We had a lot of people talking about us before we launch and register for our service, and a lot of those people have converted into actual paying customers, which is great. But I think also the fact that we've got a month free trial on our premium service has made sure that a lot of people are coming on board and trying our premium service. So there's a vast range of products on the Spotify platform, but our champion ad product is our audio product. So if you're listening to Spotify, about once every 10 minutes you'll hear a 30-second ad. We've got numerous examples of clients that have worked with us running audio ads across the world. They get a really good click-through rate. So I think average is around about 0.7%, which is obviously well above what the average is. But the best part of them is the fact that they're audio, but they've also got a digital engagement component. So lots of call to action, the fact that an advertiser can say, for more information, click here, and the user can click on the digital ad within their player and have a look. It might be through a car, or have a look at more information of what that advertiser is trying to promote. Next for Spotify. So I think probably one of the most frustrating things for people when you come to Spotify is the fact that there's 16 million tracks and you don't know where to start your musical journey. So that's the reason why we launched the app platform at the end of last year, and also the reason that we work and we've got a full integration with Facebook. So you can go and have a look at what your friends are listening to. It's a great way to start your musical journey and understand what your friends are listening to. So I think for us it's all about stickiness and making sure that discovery of music becomes easier. And also just growing our user base, so expanding the Spotify platform into other markets. So Australia was the first market to launch outside of Europe and the US. Hopefully you'll see us launch in other markets like South America and Asia sometime soon. Innovation is really constant for us. We are a technology company based in Sweden. We have a huge engineering team that are constantly innovating. We've also had a number of days, like developer days, whether it's held with a client or an agency or internally, where we invite people in and come up with ideas of how they can use Spotify for their brands, or even just in general how they can make the Spotify platform even better than it already is.